Right, good morning guys, welcome to today's class. First of all, make sure you grab a bottle of water, grab whatever weights you've got. We will be using an ab mat later on, so make sure you've got that to hand. So we'll just give you a couple of minutes and then we'll get started. So how's everyone feeling? Looking forward to going back to work? Right, okay, so what we've got for you today is we've got two circuits again. The first one's going to be all body, the second one's going to be more ab focused, because last time I was with you we didn't really get much chance for abs. Okay, so we'll just give you a couple more seconds, get everyone joined in. Right, okay, so if you've got any injuries, please consult one of the team before you start this session, because there is a lot of back stuff in it and a lot of hamstring work and glute work. Okay? Right, I tell you what, we'll start getting you warmed up. If you join late, just try and catch up. And if obviously you're watching this later, just get started. Right, okay, so just mind all your weights out to the side, get a bit of space. First of all, we're just going to start with nice light jumping jacks. Right, okay, from there, going straight into leg curls. So just kicking your heels up to your bum, nice and quick. And then from there, going into high knees. So try and bring the knees up parallel with the hips. And then back into light jumping jacks. And then back into leg curls. And then back into high knees again. And relax there. Right, okay, so this time, feet shoulder width apart, we're going to lunge back and then twist to the front knee, okay? So my right leg's going back, we're twisting to the left, and then standing back up. Alright, so keep your chest up nice and high. Perfect. So nice little twist. So opposite leg goes back, twist to the other direction. So right leg goes back, twist to your left, left leg goes back, twist to your right. Right, okay, from there, balancing on one leg, going straight into leg swings. So try and keep the leg nice and straight, and then start gradually get higher and higher. So kicking up nice and high. Right, okay, from there, swapping legs over. So again, just start off nice and low. Find your balance. Ooh. Find your balance, he says. And then again, gradually start getting higher and higher. Right, okay, so from there, this time we're going laterally across the body. So imagine you're brushing the front of your foot with your shoe, swinging it straight out to the side. Like so. So keep that leg nice and straight. Right, swapping legs over again. Perfect, so leg nice and straight, big swing out to the side. And relax there. Right, okay, from there, legs nice and straight, just walk your hands out, down into a plank position. So just hold in there, and then from there, you're going to take your right foot up to your right hand, and then twist up to the ceiling. So you want to keep that back leg nice and straight. And then from there, popping that hand down, twisting out to the other side. Again, keeping that back leg nice and straight, sinking the hips down. Place the other hand back down, drop the knee down, and then you're going to sit back up and drop the hips forward. So you should feel that stretch on there. So make sure you're not balancing, you're just gently leaning into it, so into a nice deep stretch and relaxing there. Both hands back down, lift the back leg back up, swapping legs over, and taking that hand straight up to the ceiling. Alright, so as you can see, you want to imagine there's a pole attached from this wrist straight down to this one, so it's going straight through your body. But also keeping that back leg nice and straight. And then from there, swapping arms over. Perfect. Right, both hands back down, drop the knee down, sitting the hips back up, so you're just feeling that stretch on the back leg, and then just gently sitting into it a little bit, gently come back out. Right, okay, relaxing there. Right, okay, so both hands back down, straight up into a plank position, and then we're just going for some light mountain climbers. So you're just gently bringing the knees up, nice and high up towards the chest. And then both legs back straight. Keeping your legs straight, just gently walk your hands in towards your toes. And gradually dragging them up your body. Right, okay, roll your shoulders back from there. Get the air in, get some nice deep breaths. Right, one hand behind the other, just pushing out in front, shrug your shoulders forwards nice and quick. And relax there. Right, arms across chest. So you want to really open your chest up, close them. Right, okay, from there, ins and outs. So bring your knee up nice and high, roll around or over the gates even. Some of you might know that better. So you want to bring the knee right up, out to the side, and then drop it down, okay? Right, okay, opposite direction, so out to in. This time you're trying to bring the foot out as wide as you can, round and then drop it down. Right, perfect. Right, give yourselves a shake off. Grab yourselves a quick drink. And we'll get started in a second. So grab your weights as well. Oh. Got warm in here fast. Oh. Right, okay, so make sure you've got your weights. Pull it in the centre. Grab a quick drink. So, hope everyone's looking forward to coming back to work. No, I definitely am. Oh. Right, okay, so the first exercise we're going to do, you've got basically two exercises together, so it's a bit like a superset. You're doing 1 rep of each continuously, okay? The first one, we're doing it off one arm, so we're going to start with our right hand, because most people are right-handed, makes it easier. We're doing a single arm bent over row, straight into a clean, okay? If you've not done a clean before, do what you can. If you want to do an upright row, so you're just dragging the weight up instead, that's perfectly fine. If you've got your own variation of doing it, that's perfectly fine as well, okay? So, I'll demonstrate first. So, taking the weight, first, I'll show you side on actually. First of all, we're doing a bent over row, so your hips, you're going to stick your bum right back, back nice and flat. From there, you're going to drag the back of your hand towards the bottom of your hip. All right, so you're not bending the elbow, rowing it up here. You're doing actually more of a lat row, pulling it back there. All right, so you're going to do one of them. From there, you're going to go straight into a clean. So hands off, dragging the weight up and catching up here. All right, so one of each. Like so. All right, show that straight on. So row, clean. All right. Right, okay, so we'll wait for this timer that I've got here just to get on 60 because it makes it a lot easier for me to follow. And then we'll get started. Okay, so we're going to do same again, 45 seconds, 15 seconds transition, so transition into the next exercise. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So bent over row, so rowing that weight back straight into a clean. Off we go. So I'll show you side on as well. So you're rowing the back of your hand to the bottom of your hip, pulling it back, and then exploding up into a clean position. All right. If you're doing this with a dumbbell, obviously the clean you're just going to bring straight up here. But row, really focus on dragging that bottom of the pinky to the back of the hip. All right. Perfect. So you should feel on the row, right down the back, right down the lateral muscle. 3, 2, 1, relax. Right, okay, so this time we're going to do a clean and then we're going to do a press. So as we're pressing, we're twisting through. All right, we'll keep on the right hand. So 3, 2, 1. So into the clean, into the press. All right. So clean it up, pressing through. So you're twisting all the way through, rotating off that ankle, driving the hips up, extending the elbow through. All right. Perfect. So again, if you're struggling with this one, just go from here, so holding the weight here, pressing it up, twisting the hips through, extending that arm up. If you can do the clean, go for the clean as well. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Right, okay, so that's right hand on. This time we're going to go on to the left hand, all right? So, exact same principle, dragging the back of that hand back towards the hip and then straight into a clean. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Alright, so from there, arm out, clean it up, drag back. So again, if you're struggling with the clean, just go straight into an upright row and then back into a row. Upright row, back into a row. But if you can, go for the clean. Alright? Perfect. So keep that going, last 5 seconds. So big row, big clean. 3, 2, 1, relax. Right, okay, so we're going for that second phase now. So we're doing the clean press. Again, if you're struggling with this part, just go straight through with the press. Alright? 3, 2, 1, off we go. So cleaning it up, from there, pressing it through, twisting the hips, driving off that ankle. So clean, press. So that side on. So stick the bottom out, keep the chest up, driving through the hips, pressing it up. Perfect. Perfect, so bring it back into that prayer position, drop it down into a clean, nice and quick, big press through, really drive that hip through and up, and extending the elbow up as well. 3, 2, 1, relax. Right, okay, so if you've got a dumbbell, hold your dumbbell up to your chest. If you've got a kettlebell, hold it like I am through the horns. Right, okay, so feet shoulder width apart. This time we're going into a curtsy. So we're coming down to the side, back up, over to the other side, back up. Alright, so the idea is you want to try and load this leg. This back leg is just a supporter. All right. If you're really struggling, just do steps with a little bit of a drop of the hips. But try and go nice and low and really try and isolate that front leg. Okay. Perfect. Right, okay, so 10 seconds and keep that weight at your chest. Drive that heel through the floor. Load in that front leg. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Right, okay, so this time what we're going to do is we're doing a split lunge stance. So like this, we're going to be doing a single arm lateral raise. So as we drop down, we're dropping the hips, catching the weight, exploding up, all right? It's quite a challenging one. I don't know if any of you have done this one before. Right, so from there. So you see how that works? So you're dropping the hips, catching the weight, exploding up, straight into a lateral raise, trying to control it on the way down. So nice and slow on the way down. Perfect, so big explosives up, nice slow down. So you're dropping the hips, which is basically absorbing the gravitational pull of the weight when it's coming down. Alright? So 5 seconds, so this is mainly shoulder based. You will feel that on the legs still because we've just done those courtesies. 3, 2, 1. Oh, relax there. Right, okay, so from here we're doing jump sumo squats. So stand nice and straight, a bit like jacks, but a bit lower. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Okay, so you want to drop your bum down towards the floor, not your back. So you don't want to do that. Dropping the hips nice and low, exploding back up. All right. Perfect, so just be careful of the weight hitting yourself in the face. Obviously that's not ideal. Oh. So we're going to 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And relax there. Right, okay, so we're going for the lateral swing off the opposite arm this time. Alright. So, in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So, dropping the arm down, going straight into a lateral raise. So again, control on the weight on the way down. So you should feel this on your shoulder and your traps. Oh. Perfect. So last 15 seconds. So nice and explosive up, slow down. And in 3, 2, 1, and relaxing there. Right, okay, last exercise, final burner. We're doing deep squats. So we're holding a deep squat position, like so. We're doing 5 up rows, and then we're doing 5 burpees, okay? Oh, getting sweaty now. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So 5 of these. Oh. So make sure your back's nice and straight, driving the heels through the floor, and straight to 5 burpees. So drive those elbows up nice and high. A great burner for the legs. And in 3, 2, and 1. And relax there. Right, okay guys, well done. Grab yourselves a big drink. Now I need it. Oh. Oh, it's a completely different style of training to running. Oh, ticker's definitely going. Right, okay, so that's the first circuit out of the way of now. So, grab your mat, lay them out. One second. Oh, sorry about that. Had a bit of a runny nose. Right, okay, so as you can see, my mat's been rolled for quite some time. Try and bring that a bit closer actually, so you can see it. Right, okay, so exercise number 1. We're doing a straight arm crunch with straight legs, okay? So, show you this side first, so I'll do my right arm. If you're struggling, pop the weight between your feet and hug it with your toes. Oh, I think I'm still a bit too close. That'll be better. So, struggling, hold the weight between your feet, keep that arm nice and straight, and then from there, do your crunches. If you're finding it easy, take the weight away from your feet and do the same. So without the weight, same again. And when you're finding that easy, add the weight to the extended arm above the head, alright? If you're extending the weight above your head, make sure you don't flex the elbow, for obvious reasons. Actually, I'll grab a bit closer. Right, okay, so already. We'll wait for it to get on 60. So take your weight, extend the arm straight above the head, or above the chest, shoulder area, straight up to the ceiling. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So extending it up, coming down nice and slow and controlled, keeping that arm nice and straight, okay? So keep it nice, slow and controlled on the way down, a little bit quicker on the way up. Perfect, so nice, slow on the way down, a little faster on the way up. 3, 2, 1, relax there. Right, okay, so hold the weight in your right hand still. What we're going to do is lift our heels. So if you want to pop something under your bum for a bit of back support, you're more than welcome to. So I'll use my hand, or try to use my hand. So from there, holding your legs nice and straight, go straight to presses. So you want to be contracting those abs. So big squeeze those abs. And then you're looking up, try to reach your head towards your toes. Obviously you won't be able to do it, but if you imitate that, you'll get a good contraction of your abs then. Alright, so 10 seconds. And in 3, 2, 1. Relax there. Right, okay, so back onto the left hand for the first variation. Okay? So it's nice straight arm. Again, going nice and slow on the way down. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So again, squeeze those abs. So what I mean by squeeze is, imagine someone's got a paintball gun, you put your hands behind your head, and they're about to unload all those bullets onto your abs. You've got to tense those abs, squeeze, and brace for impact. you want to try and do that with every ab exercise that you do. Because otherwise you're just sitting up and sitting down. You want to really squeeze those abs. Oh. Oh. 3, 2, 1, relax. Right, okay, so same again as last time. Hold the legs up, just slightly off the floor at 45, wherever it doesn't hurt your lower back. Bring them up that high. Sit your shoulders up off the floor so you contract your abs, and then we're going for a single arm press just to unsettle and help get that contraction going. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So what I like to do is, normally when I'm training, especially if I'm training with a partner, I'll tap the part where I'm trying to get them to isolate. So I can also help with trying to stimulate those abs, contracting them. Really good for shoulders as well. Okay, so 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, and relax there. Right, okay, so these are beautiful. If you're struggling with these, just do normal crunches. So laying down, reaching up towards the knees, slowly back down again. If you can manage these, which will be quite hard if you've done those last 2 exercises or last 4 exercises correctly, you're going to sit back, you're going to lift your chest up to the ceiling and then squeeze it back down. Alright? If you want to make it harder, put your fingertips to the side of your head. So you're opening up that chest. If you want to make it easier, arms across chest, even easier, just do those crunches. Alright? Oh, all that talking. Making my mouth go dry. Right, okay, so 3, 2, 1, off we go. So, sit back, lift that chest up to the ceiling, then squeezing it back down. Oh. So if you feel yourself crazy shaking, you know you're doing it right. Alright, so keep that going. So I definitely advise using the edge of a sofa or whatever weights you've got, hook them with your feet just to make it easier because it is a hard exercise. But try and do as many as you can. Rest for 5 seconds if you can't. And then go again. And in 3, 2, 1. Oh, relax there. Right, okay, so this time we're going for reverse crunches, okay? So hopefully you've done these before. If not, just do knee tucks up to your chest. So what I mean by that is pull the weight behind your head. Alright. Fall onto it with both hands at the bottom or basin of it or wherever you can get a good grip. If you, first variation, you're just going to do knee tucks. You just bring your knees up to your chest, just trying to lift that bottom off the floor ever so slightly. Second variation, you can do with your legs straight. And then third variation is where you bring keep your heels nice and close to your bum, curling off the floor, and then slowly back down. So the closer your heels are to your bum, the harder it will be, because the longer you leave it, the longer you lengthen out the centre of gravity, put an extra tension on those abs. Alright, so big squeeze up. Nice and slow down. So nice big squeeze of those abs. Try and go as slow as you can on the way down, so you're rolling down, you're not just dropping down, alright? So last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Right. So, we're nearly there, nearly there. Right, we've got plank elbow reaches. So, from here, you're going to have the kettlebell out in front. We're going to go down onto our forearms. We're going to reach out so the kettlebell. So, if you lay down, put your hands so you can get your thumbs just to touch the kettlebell. Alright? From there, you're going to bring your elbows in, extend up into a plank. So, again, imagine someone's about to punch you in the abs. You're sucking those abs in, squeezing those abs nice and tight. You want to do this with a plank, alright? If you want to do the Calisthenic Plank, more than welcome to, but I advise doing a normal plank. So that's on your tiptoes, because you're going to be reaching out, touching the kettlebell, alright? So you're going to try and keep your hips as parallel as possible. So obviously they are going to tilt up slightly, that's fine, but we just want to try and keep them nice and parallel, alright? Off we go. If your mat starts sliding, just shuffle it back again. Bring your shoulders over your elbows more, and you should be alright. Perfect, so 10 seconds, keep that going. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Right, okay, so we're going to go for standard leg raises now. Alright, so just move your weight out to the side for a second. Right, okay, so hands straight onto the bum, legs nice and straight. Make sure the hands at the bottom of the bum, going straight into leg raises. Off we go. Perfect, so keep those legs relatively straight. If you've got tight hamstrings, your legs will probably look a bit like mine. That's more than fine. So again, try and focus on squeezing those abs whilst you're doing this. If your hip flexors are burning, that's fine. Just means that they're maybe not as strong as what your abs are, or you're used to training them. Try and push through it, try and emphasise using those abs. If you feel crunching up helps, do that. 3, 2, 1, relax there. Right, okay, so this one will be interesting because I've not done this for a long time. What we're going to do is a form of a plank Superman, alright? So we're going to do it straight arm. So if your wrists are hurting, you're more than welcome to do it on your knuckles if you feel comfortable. If you want, you can do it on your elbows. We're going to try it on our hands, right? Right, okay, so from here, extending up. Actually, I'll show you side on first off. Extending up. You're going to lift the left foot off the floor. Oh, extend the right foot off the floor. And try and keep it like that. Alright? 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So, extending up, lifting up. Boom. If you're struggling with this one, drop down to your knees and do it there. And try and find that balance there first. Or if you want to try the plank, just gently hold one hand off and then lift it up. And then gradually build to lifting that foot off. Right, relax there. So, this time the opposite arms, alright? So same again, if you're struggling, do the single ones. If you can, up and hold fully. Ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. Ooh. Not very straight, am I? God. Told you I've not done this for a while. Definitely feel it on those shoulders after those lat raises. Right, go on. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, and relax there. Right, well done guys. Hope you got on with that all right. Right, so grab a quick drink and we'll start stretching your arm. Oh. So I'll bring the mat in a bit closer now. So guys, let me know how you got on with that. Let me know which exercises you enjoyed as well, because obviously there's quite a variety in there. Which ones took your fancy? How you got on with them? If you had to add an adaptation or variation to them, let me know which ones you got on with them as well. Right, okay, so for cooldown, what we'll do is straighten your legs out nice in front. Take your left leg, pop it over your right nice and high. And then take your right elbow and hug that left knee in to the right armpit. Alright, so you're going to pull it in nice and tight. Oh, excuse me. When you're pulling it in nice and tight, you should feel it on the glute on this side. So if you want to pull it in tight and look back, you can do. Make sure you're not bouncing. Again, muscles are like elastic bands. You're going to gently pull them, just gently stretch them out. Don't bounce on them, yank at them. Okay, relaxing there. From there, keeping that leg on top, you're going to push that knee down now towards the floor and look over the other shoulder. So you should feel this upper thigh, inner hip flexors, around the groin area. Okay, relaxing there. Right, swapping legs over. So, again, bring that heel up nice and high. Hug it in with the opposite elbow, pull that knee into your armpit, and then look back. So whichever side the knee's over is the side that you want to be looking. You don't want to be looking against your elbow. You want to look with your elbow the other way. Right, okay, so from there, drop that leg down, keep the foot on top of the thigh, push the knee down, look back over the other shoulder. And again, you might, if you've got tight legs like I said before, you might feel it on the bottom leg underneath the hamstring, that's fine if you do. If it's too much, drop that foot a little bit lower so it's resting more on the knee or the bottom of the shin. Or you can put it on the inside of the thigh if that's more comfortable as well. Okay. Right, okay, so from there, you're going to cross your legs. Again, take a nice deep breath in, tuck your elbows in, and you're going to reach out as far as you can, blowing the air out, and then drop those elbows down to the floor. Alright, so this is a progressive stretch, so start off, if you can only get to here, that's fine, just keep leaning forwards. Again, you have worked your abs, so that could be a contributing factor as to why you can't get as low as normal. But if you can, reach those arms out as far as you can. If you need to, you can just pull on the knees a little bit to try and pull that chest down, not your neck, your chest down towards the floor. You should feel that greatly on the outer thighs, hamstrings, glutes. Right, okay, relaxing there. Right, so placing the feet together now. This one, so a lot of people like to hold the feet in front. If you want to do that, that's perfectly fine. I generally prefer to tuck my hips far forward and place my hands at the back of my legs and then push my knees down to the floor and tilt my chest forwards. Whichever you prefer, that's more than fine. So you should feel this on the inner groin area, so that's the short area or the bottom half of the adductors. Right, okay, relaxing there. Right, so what we'll do now is we'll go onto our backs. I'll show you side on. Go onto our backs. From here, we're going straight into ab position. So this is ab position generally. This is where most ab exercises originate from. So ab position, knees generally at about 90 degrees. What we're going to do is going to bring your right foot up, pop your foot on top of the left knee, and you should see there's a nice little gap. Whichever knee has gone up, so if you've done your right leg, do your right hand. So your right hand goes through the hole, wraps around the knee, and then your right hand's going to come round the back and hold on to it there. Alright? From there, what you're going to do is you're going to push your right knee down, but then pull your left knee up. Alright? So you're pushing your right knee now with its own strength. So what you're trying to do is get your leg nice and lateral. Don't do this stretch so it hurts. You want to do it so that you feel the tension, you feel the muscles stretching. But it's not an exercise, you're not looking for a burning sensation, just a stretching sensation, okay? So stretching sensations are very mild, obviously burning, but it depends how much you can take when you're doing your exercises. Right, okay, relaxing there. So, again, swapping legs over. So you're placing the foot on top of the knee. So my left leg's gone up, so my left hand's going to go through the gap, wrap around the leg, my other hand's going to come around the back and take hold. From there, as you can see with this leg, I'm going to use my own strength to make it nice and lateral, and then with my hands, I'm just going to pull that knee up. And again, just so you feel the stretch, not so it hurts. Right, okay, relax there. Right, so, in quad root position, which is this position if you don't know, so on all fours, what you're going to do is you're going to drop your shoulder down to the floor, so where your hands and knees are, so imagine the floor is here, you're going to make an imaginary X with your hands to the opposite knees. Where that centre mark is, so where it crosses over, you're going to try and drop your shoulder down to that side, so you're going to place your shoulder in the middle there, arm out, and then you should feel this on your trap, so you're going to relax the shoulder that's touching the floor, with the hand that's touching the floor, you're going to push the shoulder over the top, alright? So I'll show you that from frontal plane as well. So, imaginary X, drop the shoulders there, this arm's going to relax completely, this hand's just going to push into the floor gently, twisting over the top, and then you should feel it on these trap muscles on the left side. Right, okay, coming up from there, swapping arms over. So again, imaginary X, where it meets, shoulder down, whichever arm's on the floor, relax that completely, and then twisting over the top. Right, okay, coming up from there. Right, so, coming up into one stance. Knee nice and low, you're going to drop those hips forwards again. If you want to and you feel agile and flexible enough, you can bring the back foot up. So you're bringing that heel up towards your bum. Again, that's only if you feel comfortable to. If not, just keep that foot down and just sink the hips forwards. Alright, so we're looking to feel this on the back leg. This time, we're going to hold it. So you're going to hold it in a deep stretch, wait a couple of seconds, see if it'll go a little bit further. Again, so it's a mild stretching sensation, not a burning, painful sensation. Alright, right, so swapping legs over again. So, losing stance again. If you want to, you can bring that back foot up again. From there, just sitting the hips forwards. Relax on there. Right, okay, so from here, what we're going to do is knees nice and wide, heels together. You're going to reach out as far as you can in front, drop your chest down towards the floor, and then just let your hips sink into the ground. Alright, so having the knees nice and wide. So if you enjoy yoga, you've probably done this one quite a bit. Right, okay, from there, bring the elbows into there at 90 degrees, okay, that way. From there, you're going to push your hands up, extend this leg out, so it's nice and wide, with the toes pointing forwards. I don't know if you can see that from the camera. So with the toes pointing forwards, from there you're going to sit your bum back onto the heel, and then drop your chest, or drop this shoulder, down towards the ground. Alright, you should feel that intensity down here If it's too much, just sit a bit out of it. If you can do it, sit as far into it as you can. It's a very similar stretch to what we did earlier, but it hits the muscle slightly differently. Right, okay, extending up, bring that heel in, extending that other foot out, and again, sitting back onto the heel, keeping those toes pointing forwards, then dropping that shoulder down towards the floor. Definitely tell which leg's my tight leg. Right, okay, relaxing there. Right, so from there, dig your toes into the floor, drop your chest down, then drop your heels down towards the ground as well. Alright? If you can't feel that on your calves, just walk your feet, walk your hands in a little bit higher, and then keep dropping those heels down towards the ground. From there, walk the hands in nice and slowly, keeping the legs nice and straight. Once you get to your toes, just dragging your fingertips up your legs. Take a nice big deep breath in, roll the shoulders back and round. And then opposite direction, so you're rolling round and forwards. Right, okay, so from there, left arm across chest, pulling just above the elbow. Push that shoulder forwards, keep the arm nice and straight. And again, shake that off, swapping sides. From there, shake that off, both arms down the back of the neck. Reaching them down, well, down the back, sorry, not the back of the neck. From there, just tilt your chest up towards the ceiling. So you're doing like a double tricep chest stretch. Shaking that off, from there, one hand behind the other again. Shrugging those shoulders forwards, reaching out as far as you can in front. So you want to be feeling this one, the traps here. So big shrug forwards. We'll just go over calves quickly again, just in case you didn't feel that other stretch. So from there, one foot slightly in front of the other. Lift. Place the foot on the floor, sorry. Drag your heel back and just lift your toes up towards the ceiling. And same again on the other foot, so drag the heel back, lift the toes up. Sorry about that, there's a meeting that started. Right, okay, relax now. Right, okay, keep your bodies a shake off. Well done guys, for whoever joined in. Same as before, if you enjoyed it, give it a like. If there's any exercises you'd like in particular, let us know. Even the style or any adaptations that you did, just drop a comment on. Thank you, and we'll see you next time. Cheers guys, bye.